Ignore that voice crack, that didn't happen. Hello, welcome to stream! We're playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe today, but before we get into that, I have a few things I would like to share with you. The first one being... live Cedric reaction. Look at him! I know he's kind of hard to see in the corner there, but if I zoom him in, you can see him there! He's on the leaf in the middle! But he is going to be in the top left-hand corner. If you want to get a closer look at him, you can always zoom in, I guess. And the second thing I wanted to show you... Yeah, we love Cedric, hell yeah! The second thing I wanted to show you was this! It's me! Hooray! I definitely didn't redraw this for the 8 billionth time, but look, it's me! Woohoo! And with a single button press. Hold up. With... Excuse me. Excuse me, I set my keybinds to work for you. How could you? I meant to say with a single key press I can become scared, but my keybinds don't seem to be working. I wonder why. I wonder if there's something in the settings that I'm missing? Hold on a moment, gang. It's fine. You know what? Who cares? Technical difficulties. I don't think we've ever had technical difficulties this early on in a stream before. It's fine. I'll just be a happy boy for now. Because my keybinds ain't working. What if I do this? Nope, still not working. Oh well. Record? PB? What? I'm confused. Anywho, we're not here for super awesome VTuber that I drew myself. Or Cedric, I'm sorry buddy. But he's gonna be in the background and you can see my hand over there. Hello. But we are here for the Stanley Parable! So let's get this out of here. And let's launch the game. Now, I have played this before. Actually, on stream I've played this before. There's VODs of it on my YouTube. Like the record for the fastest time to have technical difficulties. Ah, personal best, I see. Yeah, new record. Oh, there it goes! Now now it's working. I wonder why it wasn't working before. That's weird. Oh well, now I can be spooked. So I have played this before, but I have taken the liberty of resetting the game data so that we can have a fresh experience. And this is the Ultra Deluxe, not the original. So there's going to be extra bits in here. And I know Quoty has played this, so if you don't want spoilers, I would recommend heading out now. Okay. Can enter the current time. It is 8:30. Boop. It's actually 8:33. Hang on. Before we get started, can I just say something? Thank you for actually setting the clock both times you've booted up the game. I booted it up earlier to delete my progress. A lot of people don't take that step seriously. They just leave the clock set at 12 and call it a day. But you're actually taking the time to set the clock, and I appreciate that. That's how I know you care about this experience. You're paying attention. I don't even have any way of knowing if the times you're setting are correct. Tell you what, I'll make you a deal. Since you've been so cooperative, next time you boot up the game and see this screen, just set the clock to your favorite time. Go ahead, pick whichever time you want, even if it's not the correct time. You've earned it. Alright, I'll let you get back to the video game now. I love this game so much. The game is here, and I hope the audio is okay. I really hope it's okay. But let's begin! The end is never the end is never the end.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
That's loud for me, good god. Narrator, be quiet.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on the key.
Oh no, I didn't mean to skip it! No! No! I was just re-entering the game because I tapped out! Oh no! It's fine, we know what it is. I did the same. It's fine. It's fine, we all know what the cutscene is, it's fine. Just quit to menu, then enter again? Oh, okay. Hey! There we go.
This is the story
Savior.
of a man named Stanley.
You're my savior.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's
Look, it's
job
us!
was simple. He sat
We're
at
an
his
employee
desk in room
427.
427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job.
As if he had been made for this job, as if his life was a video game. Loki mirroring the narrator right now.
Something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions,
How could this
call a
be?
meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Hold on, turning down the narrator a little bit, because I need to be able to talk over him. We can't be talking at the same time. That's just not done. But here we go. I love that whenever you click, it sounds like a, oh.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure.
Whoops.
What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do
Time's
now,
wrong.
Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever.
Yeah, I'm so happy.
I will be happy.
I'm so happy. I'm just gonna
Stanley
sit on the
waited.
floor.
Hours passed, then days. Had years gone
Hey
by?
narrator, I
He no longer had
can
ability
see the
to tell.
clock. I can see the
But
clock.
the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the
Narrator, I
answers
can
would
see the
come.
clock. I know that you're
Eventually,
lying.
someday,
I know it hasn't been
they would
hours.
arrive. Soon.
I know it
very
hasn't been
soon
hours.
now, this will end. He will be spoken to.
I know
He
what
will
you
be
are.
told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer.
What is?
Now it's even closer.
These nuts?
Here it comes.
These nuts? Yay! You got the cowards ending. Anyway, as I was saying, I like how whenever you click it sounds like keyboard tapping. Anyway, what's everyone thinking of the new
All his
avatar?
co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Yeah, we get it.
No
Gateway.
matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace. of his
Where are
co-workers.
they? Do you love it? Oh, thank you, Pookie. 436. But look, 427. It's us! 431. I love the mugs in this game. I like work. I just hate my boss. And you can't jump. And I've already got achievements. I could have reset them, but I can't be bothered. And you can fall out that window, but I'm not going to right now. Oh, it would help if I didn't walk into the wall. 420, blaze it! Username access. Boop. I don't think so. Waiting out input. Yeah, we can get button heaven from that computers. Beep. I like the music. Ooh, look, a ladder. What does that say? Sales in this quarter. No! This does not make sense. Projections.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Alright, first crucial decision. Let's go, let's go, let's go. What should we do, chat? I actually know basically all of the endings off by heart. I've played this game for like... How long have I played this game for? It says on my Steam. I've played for 17.5 hours, so I kind of know a lot about it. But let's let you guys decide. Right? Alright.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly.
Stanley don't
well.
give a shit about what you
Perhaps he
think,
wanted to
narrator.
stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring.
Truly a
It
room
had
worth
really been
admiring.
worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
Beautiful.
Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
I'm drinking it in. Incredible. 11.5 hours for me? Nice. We are deranged.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously
what?
vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs.
Oh my
and
god,
some
hold on. I'm gonna read
paintings.
that after he's done
Really
yapping.
worth it.
What is it about this place? The weeks I've spent here, they feel like mere seconds.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on
I'm
creepy
reading
and
something!
reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
Seconds by extension feel so short they might as well not exist. It is the nature of this room. Its
Stanley sat around
existence?
waiting for more dialogue.
It calls to me.
When a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
Shut up! It calls to me. That of my soul, she's, I can't read that. I'm sure someone else has figured out what it says. And then a bunch of text. Words. Words, 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 words. 5th Annual Subcommittee Meeting of Internal Revenue Analysis for Committees of the Royal Revenue Discussions Club. No, girls. I love these things, because if you went into the files, I'm sure you'd be able to read it. Like, there's a clipboard over there. What does it say? Nothing. Joyous. Anyway, don't ask me for my Portal 2 playtime.
At last, he'd had enough of the amazing room.
Yeah.
And took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Nah, I don't wanna.
Stanley was so bad at following directions.
Caution, do
it's
not lie. If you are
incredible he
lying
wasn't
right
5
now,
years ago.
stop. Well, I mean, I'm not bad at following directions. I'm just bad at following directions from you. 116 hours? I need to touch grass. There's no grass in Portal 2, sorry. Do not jump from the cargo lift while it is in motion. Will cause death. Penalty for misuse of the cargo lift. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift. So you get fined $5,000 and then you die? Incredible. I'm, like, determined to figure out what's out there. I'm pretty sure it's nothing. I'm pretty sure people have... Oh, boy. I'm pretty sure people have already tested it, but it's very funny.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
I don't care!
Someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for... What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others?
Yeah.
Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Yeah.
Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Fine. We are actually not going to do the ending that... Really? He's so exasperated. I'm not actually gonna do the ending that he wants me to do because it is very triggering for me. Or I suppose we could do it and then just exit before the bad stuff happens. Let's do that. Let's do that. No buckets past this point.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Why would you do this to my guy? I'm sorry. Well, blue time.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Oh wait, hold on. I was gonna show the good one. Okay, here we go.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy?
I'll do
all
blue
this
next round. I'll
time?
do blue next
The
round.
problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I want it to stop. We would both be so much happier.
This is so homosexual coded.
Stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Ooh. This is probably one of my favorite and least favorite endings.
What do we want? What are we looking for? Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
And this is incredibly beautiful, but unfortunately the only way to get out of this is by repeatedly killing yourself, so we're not going to be doing that. We're going to begin the game again. Because I don't want to trigger myself today.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting.
If you want to see the full version of that ending, it's called the Zending. Z-E-N. Zending.
No matter how hard Stanley
Yeah, whatever.
He couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Boop. Now we're gonna do Blue Door. Don't you worry.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Did you know?
Wow.
Did you do the Blue Door in the original Stanley Parable? I did. I actually have the original as well.
What a gorgeous, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No.
Stanley was so bad.
We are speedrunning this shit. Strafe.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot.
Because the one in this version is different. Yeah, I know. I've played this game a lot, and I've also played the other game a lot.
Trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that
if
the
you would
story
like.
has been about nothing but you.
Whee!
Oh, really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others?
If you would like, we can
that
do the original
convinced
one
that
as
I want
well, and I can show you
something
guys
bad
what
to happen
happens
to
in that
you?
version.
Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Nope.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Nope.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door. All right, fine.
The red!
You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
Yay!
There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map, because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted?
Uh-huh.
Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing, because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far.
I mean, a car would be cool.
Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback.
Uh-huh.
There we go. A third option.
Can I get a car?
Really feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley.
Aww.
Take it for a spin. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
Cedric, what do you think about this? How you doing, buddy? I mean, it's not a car, so I'll give it a 2.
Oh, well, now this is useful. You didn't like it, but you didn't totally hate it either. You enjoyed it, perhaps is the correct term. It didn't cause you excruciating pain. Big steps we've made here today, Stanley.
The thing is, no matter how many hours you sink into this game, there will always be more for you to find.
And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one.
Alright.
Let's take a look.
I'm ready. Oh.
Now, Would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
Good old Neil, Skid, Nacho, Nacho, voila, Mr. Hayes. Woo! Did you know that 21.3% of players skip the intro sequence? Only the worst 3% of players choose the blue door. I am worse than a dead rat. How long does it take you to get to the correct door? Compete against others to improve your Stanley Parable career. In total. Why not ask some friends for help? Error, friends list is empty. That is not an accurate time, unless it is. This is your superior. A dead rat. You're so mean, narrator. I'm gonna go this way now. Oh. Or maybe not, I guess. Wait, what? Did I break it? Oh my god, I actually fucking broke it. What? You're not supposed to be able to break this game? What the fuck? Help? How did I break everything? Oh man! Fine, we'll begin the game again. I'm not going back there.
All of his co-workers were gone.
I might do it later.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he
I didn't know you could break this game. I didn't know that was possible. You have a curse? I do!
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door.
Let's go the correct way this time. 411, the meeting room.
Yet there was not
Do not
a
alter that
single
concerning
person
whiteboard
here
manager.
either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Targets. Push for funding for R&D of new coffee machine. I don't know what R&D is. Standardized graphs 400 and X wide, not cost efficient. Get Chris out of the broom closet. Synergize papers. Hire someone to synergize papers. Papers are too synergized. Fire paper guy. Hire somebody to fire the paper synergizing guy. Who moved my desk? Please keep the targets on topic of... Future was yesterday, tomorrow is now. Tomorrow, complete yesterday's unfinished agenda items, write next day's agenda, reflect. Jim. What software do you use for your PNG tuber? I use VEditube Mini. Rate of increasing graphs per slide. Please no more charts, I'm begging, stop. The stock market is somewhere in here. Incredible. By the way, this is what I was referencing in your chat, Quoty.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
There's something here.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow. Just an empty broom closet.
It's not empty.
No
There's lots of
reason
stuff in
to
here.
still be here.
It's not empty.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
I'm quite good at doing sweet FA, I'll have you know.
Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation.
Because you keep giving me dialogue!
Confused. You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right?
Yeah.
If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it. Maybe to you this is somehow its main branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friend, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
That's all I wanted to show you.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Nah. Down we go. Oh wait, no, this is the dream ending. I forgot. I don't want to do the dream ending. We go upstairs. Haha. If I've got the feeling money's for stealing, but not yours, of course. Say, that's a lovely purse. Extreme bathrooms. I don't have a reflection, I'm a vampire. Did you know that the whole thing of vampires not having reflections is because mirrors used to be made out of silver, which presumably purified them. Or was strong against them. So. The beige pages. The panda being shot in the head is a business strategy. Indoors monthly. Help, I can't find my cat, could be indoors. What wallpaper should I put in my kitchen? Graphs, how to be a good quarterly percentile. Can you say things without putting them in graphs? No! How to make graphs quickly. This is important knowledge, you guys should be taking notes. A short history of the relations between Poland and Austria-Hungary. Recommendations from the Oversight Committee. I want to read all of these. Hi, Mr. G Final. I actually got copyright claimed for this before, because apparently this music isn't copyright free, which is lame. But we're gonna vibe out to it. There's actually a really cute animation. Let me see if I can find it. Dude, you won't believe me, I was making a Stanley Parable sort of game. You're making a game? Holy shit! That's so cool. Anyway, there was this really, really fun animation by, Jim. And real quick, I would like to share it with you guys. Hold on a second. Hold on a minute. Hopefully this should work. There we go. Look at it! It's so cute! So this is by Jim. You can see their channel in the bottom there. Go give him some love. But look at it, it's so cute. It's so cute! I love the narrator design. Anyway, it's 4 minutes long, so you guys can check out the original. I'll put a link to it in the Discord if you guys want to see it. But it's adorable. It makes me so happy. I love how many people have made different narrator designs. Anyway, back to the game. Let me just pop that in the Discord. There we go. I don't actually know how long this lasts for. Anyway, the funny thing is, we've been in this elevator, and, it doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't go anywhere at all. So let's go into our boss's office.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley
office.
was once again stunned to
I'm
discover not an
stunned.
indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled,
I'm
Stanley
unraveling.
wondered in
I'm like a
disbelief
ball of
who
yarn.
orchestrated this.
Certificate
What
of
dark
Pompous.
secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him.
Dude, they've got the
And
piano
so
that
the
sounds like a
boss had
keyboard.
assigned it an
Like a computer
extra
keyboard.
Secret pin number 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
I couldn't possibly have known it, so... I mean, I guess there's no hope for me. I guess I'll just sit here forever, because, I mean, the door is locked, I can't go back. I wonder if there's anything in the furnace, because, you know, I have no way of knowing that there's a secret pin number.
Trying to input anything on the device was useless.
Yeah, I don't know the
since he
password.
could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
Of course, I couldn't possibly know. It's impossible for me to know. No one is telling me what the code is.
2845.
I don't know what you're saying, man, because I can't hear you. You're a narrator for the audience, man. I was totally expecting you to stream on Twitch. Yeah, no, sorry. I used to stream on Twitch, but I don't anymore because Twitch is horrible for viewers. Yeah, like, what does the game want you to do? I mean, there's no tutorial. Like, nothing in the room is telling me what to...
But it turns out that the tunnel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself. And Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
God, I love this game. Whoop-de-fucking-do.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar.
I feel weird. I feel
He
emotional.
felt more free to think for himself.
At least Twitch works on my ancient phone.
Of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him?
Plot
This
relevance.
question would not go unanswered for long.
I wonder if I can send the elevator back up without me. Is that something I can do? We will test that later. Because for now I want to get the true ending, quote-unquote, because the end is never the
Stanley
end.
walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
If light is on, call EXT Exterminator 914 immediately. No, the light's on. Escape. Again, we'll explore this later. No, I used to stream on Twitch, but trying to get picked up as a small amateur streamer on Twitch is borderline impossible. Because basically, unless you do an insane amount of promoting and are already kind of famous, people just look past you. Because that is not a good app for, like, discovery. It's like, you go to Twitch to look at your favorite people. You don't go to Twitch to find upcoming streamers.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself.
Oh, sorry, I
Did he have
thought.
the strength to find out?
Probably. Maybe. Who knows? Ooh. Now, you can actually fall into the void. I have a lot of things I'm going to show you guys in a moment, but I'm just going to get through these endings first. Big
Now
button.
the monitors jumped to life.
I mean, I don't go to Twitch at all. Exactly. YouTube's just way better for small creators.
Employee in the building. Stanley's
Massive Portal vibes?
The lives
Yeah.
of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen. And Stanley,
You're gonna see GLaDOS rise from the depths. I wonder if there's a mod of that or something. I haven't actually explored Stanley Parable mods. Oh yeah, the Z? Wait, huh? The Z? Where? Secret mind control facility ending. Yeah. With the awesome song. But no spoilers, except I'm just spoiling it actively as we speak.
this mind control facility.
Sorry, I
was
clicked
too
send by mistake, don't worry
horrible
about
to
it.
believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time?
Oh no!
Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Incredible.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
I love how in this section of the game the narrator's voice takes on this more, like, theatrical tone. Like, this is the bit he's practiced. And the other bits he's just annoyed at us for not following the story, but this is what he's practiced for. This is his story.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled
I might be a
with
little bit
emotions,
autistic about this game.
happy
Just a bit.
Or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as
What is the
cold
Thomas the Tank
reality of
Engine
his
narrator
past
blabbering
began to
about?
sink in,
Do you call
Stanley
anyone who's
decided
British
that this
Thomas the Tank
machinery
Engine?
would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Pew!
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine. Unshackled himself from someone else's
Cedric, we
command.
did it!
Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened,
This game is good. I tried to
Stanley
replicate its
reflected
style,
on
and I just got a
how
bunch
many
of bad gags and no voice
possibilities
lines. Those are
were.
expensive. Hey,
Had his
if
code
you
been
actually make a
gone?
game, I will
How
100%
had he
play
been
it.
freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone
I mean, a
tell
lot of
him
people
where
have
to
tried
go,
to replicate
what
this
to
game's
do,
style. It's not
or
easy.
how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Now, I've never actually... There is no way for you to go back from here. Is there? No, it's an invisible wall. That's what I thought. I'll tell you if I manage to finish. I'm running out of ideas quick. Yeah, no, I would recommend that you keep going, because I will definitely play that game if you finish it. Give
Stanley felt
the old
cool
college try.
breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
It's weirdly adorable. And then we just go back because the end is never the end! How many life lessons are in this game? Literally only that one. The rest of it is fucking stupid, and I love it so
What
much.
did it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting.
Wait, what?
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Hold on. That's not how it's meant to be. There's something about this game that just makes me feel weirdly motion sick. Anti-aliasing? I don't know what anti-aliasing is. The smooth pixelated edges. Whatever. We ball. Alright, now I have a bunch of stuff I want to show
When
you.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Right, I was gonna do a bunch of stuff here. I have like 3 things I want to do in this ending. So we speedrun!
Yet there was not a single person here.
Talk
either.
less, do unbelievably amazing work all the time, every day, with no expectation of
Stanley
promotion or
decided
recognition.
To go
Don't
up to
get
his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
And anti-aliasing makes pixels look smoother at the cost of your PC. I don't really care about it. How to solve a dispute with a coworker. Let it ball up inside you, take it up past... Oh. Using slides to assure employees that everything is okay. Make sure your slide has a slick blue graphic in the header and throw some bevel on all the text. This will ensure a calm and productive work environment. Everyone is unique. You, most of all. I'm not in this image. Unless that's me. No, that kind of looks like me. Synergize core value expenditures. Shift global market parade. Monetize free to play. Have you watched the Doug stream where he plays with the creator of the game? He explains that the random start is just to confuse people is meaningless. Yeah, I haven't watched that, but that feels very much like a Stanley Parable thing. I like it. And I'm pretty sure something happens if you do this.
Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf.
I'll get the broom closet next round, I promise.
Paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number.
You can never skip dialogue in this game. It's too fun.
But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck.
I mean, hold on. Do you really want the broom closet? We can do broom closet.
Into the newly opened passageway.
Or actually, I'll get this ending first and then we'll do broom closet. Don't you worry your little head, buddy. But first, I would like to test if you can send the elevator up without you, because that would be very funny. Oh, it skips the cutscene. That's cool. So what if I do this? Oh, invisible wall. Well...
Whoops. Nope. Never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me. Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out.
I want to see the broom closet. It's okay, we'll go back down, we'll go back down, we'll go back down. Okay, let's do broom closet, let's do broom closet. I'm sorry, I'm a mess of indecision. Oh, another random start! Woo!
All of his co-workers were gone.
Where are we
What
going?
could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply... When Stanley came to a set of...
Broom
doors,
closet!
He entered the door on his left.
I'm pretty sure I know every path to get to every ending, so if you suggest a specific one, I'm pretty sure I can get to it pretty easily.
Stanley, oh no, no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
Yeah, I went in before when you weren't here, Mr. G. I'm sorry. But you can see the broom closet. It's so beautiful. You didn't want to just see the broom closet just for the narration, did you? You wanted to see the broom closet for the broom closet. The pink room, that should be quick. The pink room? Wait. I don't recognize that ending.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
It's a great broom closet, obviously. Pink house? I have no idea what that ending is. Are there endings I don't know about? I've played this game for 17.5 hours! The Stanley figurines one? Oh, okay, yeah. We have to go way further into the game for that one. I will try and make my way there. Boop.
The moment he entered his manager's office...
Why is the dialogue different every time?
Tracks. Not a living soul anywhere. Could he really be all alone? This was too much for Stanley to take. Too much for any man to take. He fell to his knees, bursting into half moans, half sobs, the guttural retching of life from a man denied any hope, any reason to keep going. Here on the floor, he lay prone, paralyzed by fear for nearly a full hour. But when at last he began to move about and survey the situation...
I've never heard this before!
He found a keypad behind the boss's
Since when was
desk.
Quota here? He's
What
been
could it
here the
mean?
whole time.
Was it a sign of hope for Stanley's future? Alas, it was not.
Yeah,
For although
2845,
this
whatever,
keypad
we got
guarded
it.
the terrible secret of Stanley's past. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy.
Don't tell me what to do!
For a few moments,
I'm
with some
sneaky.
calming new age music.
I'm sitting on the floor. Oh. This is so calming.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Away we go! Nah, but if you really want to hear the broom closet dialogue, I can always reset. 'Tis fine.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Right, and now I want to do the other thing I wanted to do in here. If you get up here, and then you wiggle a little bit. Whee! The next time is locked, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'll reset then.
You've made it to the bottom of the Mind Control Facility. Welcome! You see, back when the Stanley Parable first launched in 2013, getting to the bottom of the Mind Control Facility was a bug that we simply didn't catch during development. And you all sent us lots of photos of it on Twitter and acted very superior about it. And you're all very, very clever. Good for you. Anyway, when it came time to update the game, we knew that we had to do something about this little goof of ours. So here you go. New content. You can call it the bottom of the mind control room ending, if that enhances your perception of the value of these updates. Isn't that what you crave? New content? Always more content, more, more. And I'm here to give it to you.
Fourth wall break alert. This entire game is a fourth wall break.
Nook and cranny of the game with secrets and Easter eggs. How about
Wee-woo,
this?
wee-woo.
We wrote a new piece of music just for this section.
No way!
You won't hear it anywhere else in the game. It's a secret that's just for you. That's how special you are. We call this track, Good Job You've Made It to the Bottom of the Mind Control Facility. Well done.
Good job, you did it. Good job. 3, 2, 1. Good job, you made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. You jumped on the catwalk. You should have been careful. You should have been careful. It used to be a bug.
Fire singing
but now
skill,
it's an
legit.
ending. Now it's an editing. I believe in you. I believe in your ability to cross this barrier and chase your dreams. But railings don't mean anything. Good job, you did it. 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 Good job, you did it.
Yay! Here we go. Sorry, I was just checking Steam to see if anyone else got the same bug I did. In the playtest ending, I got locked in a corridor. Yes. If you are still experiencing this, please report it. However, we've had reports of successfully fixing this bug, blah 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 blah. Yes. There we go.
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing.
Yeah. Stanley, are you sure you ever had co-workers? Is that... I forgot the name of it. What's the name of it? It's not Ace. I forgot the name of a really easy card game. Oh no. Solitaire! Solitaire! I got it! Solitaire! Unless I'm wrong. Solitaire, yeah, thank you, Minecraft Pickaxe. Now then, does anyone have any endings they would like me to get?
Came to a set of 2 open doors.
Ones
He
that are
entered the
like
door on his left.
pre-bucket, because we don't have that yet. Anyone? Or we could go back to the playtest ending. Or disobey the narrator as many times as possible. Alright, gotcha.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime.
So the blue door one, yeah.
What was it about this room that called so deeply and so personally to Stanley? Its grace? Its subtle charm? No. Stanley knew it was something deeper.
I'm hearing lines I've never heard
Something
before.
darker.
You gonna say anything else?
Yes.
Yeah, whatever, shut up.
Really worth it. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and get the playtest ending. If I get stuck in the corridor again, I'll try and do what they say to
Stanley was
fix
so
it.
bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you. What? Really? I was in the
Danger
middle of
everywhere.
something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Nah.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
I have always wondered what happened if you, like, used console commands and went out of bounds in this game. Because I've never done that before.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked
Nope.
through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
I almost did it by accident.
All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley.
Alright, okay.
You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
Whee!
You see? There's nothing here.
Yeah, you can quit
I
your
haven't even finished building
yapping.
this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option.
Joyous.
This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Okay, I'm going to stop you there.
5 out of 5.
Now,
Actually, no,
tell
4
me
out of...
about
Nah,
your
let's go middle of the
experience
road.
with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
I mean, the last time you got real critical feedback, I mean, I know we haven't got this ending yet, but you kind of had a mental breakdown, so...
Oh, of course. A 3. Really? Maybe next time we can get you to form an actual opinion, you know? Any level of critical thinking or engagement with your surroundings? Does that sound good? Think we can do that? Yes? Wonderful. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park.
The great thing is you don't know if
Take a
it's
look.
one is good or bad. Yeah. Right, now let's actually go the way he wants us to go, so we don't get softlocked again.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
Let's do 3 again.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've
Oh,
got
he
a
doesn't
prototype
care.
of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours.
Alright,
So
guys,
why don't
strap
you
in.
give
This is
it
going to be a
4
long
hours of
stream.
play to make sure it's effective. Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
That's really loud. And you know what? I don't think I'd make a very good parent. So, I mean, chat, you know, I mean, let's just look, you know.
You heartless bastard.
Oh, what happened?
Did you do it because you hate babies,
oh no, what
or
happened?
purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas.
Oh no, what
I
happened?
can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out, I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable.
You're welcome.
Hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Now, in the original one, I think it did Portal and Minecraft, and in this one, it is a little bit different, and they're both games that I have never
What
played.
do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our
Who
motivation?
firewatches the Firewatch?
Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man, spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted, erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity.
No,
So
no,
far,
it's an
I
open
love
world game.
everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
I think this game is called Firewatch, which is what it said on the typewriter, but I'm not entirely sure. Which, I don't know what it's about. Does anyone know what it's about?
Oh no. No, it can't be. It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off.
No!
Oh, thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call.
No!
You really wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it.
The narrator must be right.
Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
I'm curious now.
Hey,
I will
think
have a look at
this
what it is
will be
after
just
this bit is over.
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind.
I bet I could
Just
surmount
a
those
nice
walls.
big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
Wow, this is so much fun.
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together? Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Oh! Balls! God, I'm so good at sports. I've played football maybe once in my life. Once. And I was about
Are
11.
you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun? Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on? Stanley, I have a thought. And I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball
Sportsologist.
generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure, then surely multiple balls makes for an even more euphoric sports experience. I'm going to try it out. Here comes another ball. Yes! Oh goodness,
Goal!
that really does feel amazing, doesn't it? Stanley, I'm like a child in a confectionery shop. I simply have to have more. I'm insatiable. More balls!
Marbles! This is that game where you play football with cars, isn't it?
Stanley, are you having fun? Is this a real video game? Well, Well, I sure hope you're having a good time, because guess what? It's over.
No!
That's right.
My
Your little
balls!
fun comes to an end.
My
This is my game,
balls!
and what I say goes. You get to have fun when I let you, Stanley. Besides, you need someone like me to set boundaries for you.
No!
Without rules or boundaries, video games are nothing. Yes, that's what I am. I'm structure. I'm your sense of purpose. And since you decided you didn't want to play my game, now I don't want to play with you either. So, goodbye, Stanley. I'm leaving. See how you like it when I'm not around to set the rules. Somehow, I don't think you'll enjoy it as much. But who knows? You're an inventive kid. You'll come up with something. After all, you're the one who knows best. Take care, Stanley.
No! My balls! This reminds me of a meme that I've been trying to find. Hold on a second. There is something very important I must show you. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. We got this. My balls. My balls. Wasn't that worth it? Anyway, let's get going. Down into hell. Woohoo!
Hold on. What are you doing? Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
Nah. You can't tell me what to do. Yeah. This is eerie. The back rooms, no! So the narrator can't go to previous betas. That's interesting for fan writers, which I read a lot of. McDonald's play plates.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice. And if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Narrator. There we go. Now, I am not actually going to boot up the old Stanley Parable game. I could very easily do that, but I don't want to sit through that again, because it's a really, really long ending just to see, like, 2 different games, and to get a whole different game up. So what we're going to do is that is loud, we are going to look at someone else's playthrough. Woo! Now, this is... Hold on, there's a phone ringing. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on.
Hello. This is a recorded message scheduled either by you or a person in your place of work. The purpose of this message is to warn you about the dangers of recorded messages. If at any time you believe you are listening to a recorded message, please terminate it immediately and cease all flow of information from the recorded message into your perceptual sphere. Thank you, and have a pleasant day.
Video stealing? It's not stealing if I give credit! So this video, as you can see, is by the wonderful Philotios Games, 8 years ago. And the video's game ending, after the baby, you go to
Did you
different
do it
games.
because you hate babies? not you for playing.
And then
Your
you
input
get
was
to go to Minecraft.
At last, the one thing you've always desired. A game I had absolutely nothing to do with. But is it enough? Tell me that, Stanley. Will it ever be enough? Well, I'll say this. I'm done making things for you. From now on, I will only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch this, Stanley. I'm going to build a house.
Yeah, nice big watermark. See, because it's his. It's not mine.
Here, no, here, and then. Let's see, what does it need? Yes, of course, and just
So
to finish
he
it.
makes a dirt house in Minecraft, and then he sends you to Portal. It's very fun. You can watch this guy's video if you want to see the full thing, but I'm not doing it because I'm lazy. Anywho, onwards. Hello! Any more buttons for me to push? Ooh. Top 3 houses.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
I wonder. Cedric, are you seeing this shit? Live Cedric reaction.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you
Where is
may
he?
know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
Wow!
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
More game.
Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
I'm so excited. I'm so fucking ready.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet.
Be
but I'm
patient,
sure
narrator.
It's just the beginning of a mesmerizing
Mesmerizer?
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
I was gonna sneeze and it didn't happen.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Let's go! The jump
Alright.
circle! Great gameplay, I love
All right,
elevators.
Let's see, it's the jump circle.
I can jump! Incredible. Now, I'm pretty sure there was a glitch where if you stood in the jump circle and then reset the game, then you would have jumps for the whole game. I don't know if they fixed that or not. It would be very funny if they didn't. But let's continue.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
Yeah, see, it's another elevator. We're fine. Mr. Beast challenge.
Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions
No,
of this
Mr.
game
Beast.
are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very
Sorry, I'm trying to make sure you guys have a good view of Cedric.
I knew there had to be something
Look at the
else.
guy.
Let's see
You can
it.
see him on the leaf
I'm
there.
ready for whatever it is.
Look at him. Little guy. Little guy. Cedric is encompassing the whole screen. Oh god, Cedric, no! Thank you for enjoying the new content.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with
Cedric
no
domain
respect for their
expansion.
fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. They could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks, just you and me having a great time together like always.
Not Twitter anymore, narrator. Yeah, he's out of date. It would be extremely funny if they added an update to this game solely to make him say X instead of Twitter.
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
Among Us! There's actually something very funny if you ignore him for a moment.
Oh, you don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you? Well, fine. You're a dork anyway, so who cares? Oh, never mind. You're not a dork.
I would love to know how they made this game, because it's fucking incredible. Now I've got Mesmerizer stuck in my head. Ah!
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be?
Uh-huh.
It got me thinking about the past, and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special, and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it.
Incredible.
Just our little secret. Take a look.
Wow!
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want.
I don't have one of these.
Experiences
Fun
like
fact.
the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
It's so silly. The original remake. My first kiss, my first car, the release of the Stanley Parable in 2013. 2013, that's very clever. Have you seen the QR? There's a QR code? Wait, is it in this room or another room? In the 2X position? Okay. I'll have a look for the QR code. Smile because it happened. Her first dollar. But narrator, you're British. The Mercado stand? Hold on, I'm very confuzzled. This one? What is a Mercado stand? I'm a little bit dumb. Most of these things look like they were bought directly from Walmart. Oh, the merch stand. Okay. So, here? No many. If you could, like, send, in the Stanley Parable 2, I just remembered. So wait, is it here or not? Chat, I require assistance. Is it here? Am I missing something obvious? Not here. Okay, cool.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives, and then
That's a fucking
succeeds to
ritual?
be
No, for
every
real.
game ever created."
It's actually
Did
really
you hear
pretty.
that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Person of the year. Yeah, this. I bet you could use command tools to get behind this door. The greatest wealth is memory. Well, then I'm a poor man.
Just
realized I was watching the stream seconds delayed. Again!
GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone. To spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall.
Mr. G, why is your autocorrect Spanish? Just realizado. The serious room. I want to go in the serious room. I mean the serious room. Can I go in the serious room? I want to go in the serious room. I would love to go, like, no-clipping in this game.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again.
Oh, it's Portal.
Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, an online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Because, and this might be mind-boggling, I am Spanish. Incredible.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Hey guys, can I ask that you speak in English? I'm really sorry. I really enjoy looking at other languages, but I can't moderate what I can't understand. Because I am in fact Scottish and very stupid. It's just, if I allow people to write in other languages, then they could write things that I don't understand, and they could be very hurtful or offensive or whatever.
While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast.
Don't worry, I won't use any hard slurs.
I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. I always, well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Dear, what an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure.
No!
Like I let these people down.
No!
Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered. What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative
Now,
reviews
I
from
actually
record.
really,
Only positive
really
reviews of
dislike
the
this
Stanley
ending.
Cup. That's
It
my
makes me
motto,
incredibly
and it's
uncomfortable, and
always
I
been my motto.
hate it.
I'd do anything for
It's a
the
really,
customers.
really good ending,
Yes, a skip button.
but
we
it makes me
shall
uncomfortable. So, I'm going to skip the skip button ending, and we're going to go right back to the start. If you guys want to see that, you can check out someone else's playthrough, but for me, right now, I can't handle it. Begin the game again! No.
Stanley, come over here. Oh, you don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you? Well, fine. You're a dork anyway, so who cares? When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Which door? Which door? Where is the new content? I have no idea. I think it might appear after a minute. Like, we might have to go through another couple rounds. So how about we go for the tapes one? Ooh, the tapes one's good.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first time understood true happiness. Then the feeling went away, and he felt sad again. Then it came back, and lingered for a minute or two. Now it's only half there. Just a kind of, tingle.
Depression be like.
Eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I might do the confusion ending, because I really like that ending.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong
Oh,
foot.
shit, I did.
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult.
I did the
but
wrong
fact is
thing.
that the
Well,
story has been
nothing
about
else to do
nothing
it.
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Well, the educational video is fun too. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna get the tapes video. Or the tapes ending.
Stanley!
No!
Over here! In the vent! Oh, you don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you? Well, fine.
Well, I'm a slow writer, sorry.
Who cares? When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered. This was not the correct way.
Okay, we got this, we got this, we got this.
And Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his
I
stomach,
haven't heard like
giddy in a
95% of
way
these.
he had never known before. Was it this room? A connection between the two? Could a man love a room? I mean, truly, truly, deeply, madly love.
I mean, I suppose so. I guess I do.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Okay, I'm actually gonna do it right this time.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's
If he can
incredible
love a
he
bucket,
wasn't
why not a
5
room?
years ago.
Exactly! Now, how do you do this again? I've completely forgotten. Like this? Or... Ah! Like this. The answer is because the room is not the bucket. How do you know? How do you know what a bucket is?
Stanley had now gotten himself so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun.
Narrator sound system. Ooh.
You didn't think I was actually just a recording, did you? What a silly and trite explanation that would be. All the back and forth between you and me, all the absurd adventures we've been through, and it all turns out I'm just a tape recording? It was all just in Stanley's head. I bet that's the kind of twist you think is revelatory. I bet each and every time you watch a movie where it turns out all to be in the main character's imagination, you must absolutely bolt off the couch in pure shock at the phenomenal and intricate storytelling. It must be so simple to be you. Life being an unending waterfall of surprises and delights. How much more exciting you must find the world than the rest of us do. Now I've become sad. Look what you've done to me. This is all your fault.
Wait, do we have to do the skip ending to get the new content?
Psst. Stanley, come over here. Oh.
Or can I get the new content?
Surprise I made for you? Well, fine. You're a dork anyway, so who cares?
No. I really don't want to go through that again. I'm getting a little bit bored. This is one of those games where you can only play it for so long. He states roasting and that just has to be sad for no reason, yeah. But this is one of those games where you can only play a little bit of it at a time because it gets a little bit tedious going through the same paths over and over again. Like, I love this game, but I have, like, a tolerance for it. Like, you have to take it in specific dosages, you know? It's like medication. So, I could do the lame thing and end stream early, or I could do something a little bit silly and goofy and change game in the middle of stream. Which one do you think I should do? What would you guys prefer? Or, hold on, I could try and do something a little sneaky. Hold on a moment. Let's try Out of Bounds Stanley Parable. Water bucket? How to go out of bounds in Stanley Parable. Water bucket release! I know I'll have to go to sleep soon, so yeah. Is there a way to... Unsure. Because I really don't want to do the skip button ending. Because it makes me extremely uncomfortable. You guys want to watch Cedric for a bit? Look at the boy. Is he hiding? There he is. There's he going. Little guy! Little guy, little guy. I'm sure in Scotland you were thriving in the sun until like 17 o'clock. Yeah, pretty much. Camouflage. Yeah. He's a camouflaged little guy. I hope I didn't spell that wrong. Camouflage is a really hard word to spell anyway. I think I'm probably gonna end stream early, mostly because I'm bored, and I don't really want to switch game in the middle of stream because it gets confusing for people watching it. So, thank you all for tuning in. Apologies for this being short. I forgot my attention span is fucking shit. Camouflage. I might play this again, I might not. To be honest, I get bored of it too easily, because it's a fun game, but ADHD is a thing that I have. I am gonna try, and play Ultra Kill tomorrow, hopefully, maybe. It depends how I'm feeling. No promises. Camouflage. So I will see you all tomorrow. Wait, what day is it tomorrow? Yeah, tomorrow. Bye!